Here's a reality check that I think deserves a calmer, more generous conversation. Religion and politics are shifting, but not in the simple way people argue about online. My name is Art. Follow me because I'm going to keep you up to date on LDS News. New voter data that was published in the Deseret News, the newspaper owned by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, shows a growing gap in religious practice between the parties. Many voters who supported Kamala Harris reported rarely attending church, while a higher percentage of Donald Trump voters identifies as Christian. That does not mean one group has stronger morals or deeper values. It means Americans are expressing faith, meaning, community, and politics in different ways. For Democrats, especially younger voters, secularism often shapes how they approach justice, compassion, and public policy. Now, that does not equal hostility towards religion. In fact, leaders like U.S. Senator from Georgia, Raphael Warnock, who is also a Baptist pastor, have openly said Democrats need to speak more comfortably about faith, not abandon it. Other examples of leaders sharing the same rhetoric are like James Tallarico, who's a Texas state representative running to be a U.S. senator. Many Democrats live deeply values-driven lives, even if those values are not always rooted in church attendance. At the same time, Republicans are increasingly identifying as Christians, even as church attendance among GOP voters has declined. As researcher Brian Burge points out, for many voters, religious identity now functions as a cultural or moral signal, not just a weekly practice. And that tension exists across the political spectrum. Now, why is this LDS news? Well, the report also says that Latter-day Saints offer an interesting counterexample. Members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints continue to show some of the highest rates of church attendance and religious retention in the country, especially in Utah. That does not make them better than anyone else. It simply shows that strong faith communities can exist alongside a rapidly changing religious and political landscape. So what's the takeaway? The takeaway is not that one party is faithful and that the other is not. The takeaway is not that Latter-day Saints should all be Republicans or that Latter-day Saints should all be Democrats. It is that Americans are negotiating belief, identity, and belonging in new ways. There is room in that reality for Democrats of faith, Latter-day Saints across the political spectrum, and people still figuring out what they believe. The challenge now is learning how to talk about it with honesty, humility, and respect. What are some helpful ways that you have found to talk about politics with your fellow members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, even though you might have political differences? Let us know in the comments below.